Alright, so I'm recording this right after I did Breaking Bad Season 2, Episode 5 and 6, as James had requested two other episodes, Season 2, Episodes 7 and 8 of Season 2 of Breaking Bad. Episode 7, Aaron Paul tells Walt what happened about the ATM machine and the junkies and all that stuff. Walt's able to get the money, especially pay off the hospital bill. Rumors are that Aaron killed the junkie, which he didn't, and so people are ready to pay up. Walt goes see the guys because Aaron Paul's like, listen, I don't want to deal with anything today. I just need to relax, or otherwise I'm going to freak out. And this is what I was saying before in the previous video, where you see a bit more Walter White doing more nefarious things to serve his own purpose. Like, he knows that it's a lie. He knows Aaron Paul did not really kill this person, but he lets the lie go on because it's going to serve his purpose of, oh wow, these people are scared. It seems like we're intimidating. People are going to be much more willing to pay up. So if that's the case, then I'm going to say, hey, you didn't hear it from me. Inferring that yes, Aaron Paul did do that, when he knows that's not the case. So again, as these more and more you see Walt changing into more and more of a villainous character, so to speak. But I mean, the fact that it's done gradually doesn't feel so out of left field. I can appreciate that. My favorite bit is the stuff with Hank, Dean Norris's character, where he's got the promotion and he's in a new field, but these guys don't really laugh at his jokes. They don't really pay attention to them. They don't really take him seriously, so it's hard for him to fit in. He's still trying to deal a little bit with his PTSD panic attacks that he had in the last few episodes. And with that said, there is this informant played by Danny Trejo. It's okay, Danny Trejo, but he's not in it for too long. Because he's like, I'm a turtle. I take my time and I always win. Well, doesn't really work out for him because later on in the episode, they are out in some lookout, and Dean Norris's character, which again I do like that actor, he sees something moving, he realizes what it is. It's not until we get up close where we see that it's Danny Trejo's head on a damn turtle, a real turtle, moving slowly, and it's not an image I thought I would see, but like, damn, it's grisly, it's horrific. And like I said, it's like the guy getting his head crushed by the ATM machine, or the one body being melted, but it falls through the damn bathtub, and you see all this guts and stuff. You never quite know what to expect. So I can appreciate that. And speaking of which, Dean Norris freaks out, and he goes somewhere they get some air, and they're making fun of him. But they get their just desserts because they go to the turtle, and the whole damn thing blows up. And hurts and screws up a lot of the agents. And there's Hank, there's Dean Norris coming in to help save the day. I'm like, you're the asses that got your blown up. Now, that's really the only part of that episode. That and maybe a little bit of the back and forth between Aaron Paul and this girl who's at his building. You see this slowly developing friendship. Like at the end, he invites her. He's hooked up his TV, but it's not working. And he's getting kind of like, he doesn't know what to do, and I don't know why it's working, why it's not working. And she slowly creeps her hand up to kind of softly hold his hands. I thought that was nice and subtle. That's really the only thing I got out of it, though. The rest of it, like the beginning, where you have this like Mexican music video opening with group of Mexican players doing the little jamboree in this opening sequence, and I get it, at times they have these kind of unique or quirky openings. It didn't really do much for me. Not because I don't really care for the music, but I just didn't see much it fit in this instance, at least for me. I didn't really get a whole lot of Bryan Cranston in this episode, and not a lot of meat to the matter in terms of him, other than what I said at the beginning. And like I said, other than the stuff with Dean Norris and the head on a turtle, I can't really remember much about this episode. Like, what I just described in 5 minutes is what I remember. And that's the big takeaway. It's a good scene, but the rest of the episode is kind of meh. And then episode 8 is really just an introduction to a new character who would later have his own TV show, Saul, played by Bob Odenkirk. Now, I tried to watch Better Call Saul. I could not get into it. Just not for me. But I thought he works well in this instance, where one of Aaron Paul's buddies who's dealing and working for them, he gets caught by this undercover cop, played by DJ Qualls. I'm like, okay, that's an interesting choice for an undercover cop. DJ Qualls, he was the smaller guy in Road Trip, who, like, I think lost his virginity and love. I'm trying to remember his character's name. He was in the film The Core. He was the hacker guy. I think he was in the movie, was The New Guy? I think that's what it was called. You don't really see much of him anymore, but he was around for 15 minutes. And again, an interesting choice to be an undercover cop, because you would buy not believing he was a cop, so that works in that favor. But the guy gets some help, so Better Call Saul, this lawyer who will do the down and dirty business. But what's interesting is that he seems like just another sleazy, low rent lawyer, which he is. But you see throughout the episode just how intelligent he is, how he can pick up on things, and how he's not as dumb as people would assume he is. There's a bit where he gets kidnapped, but he's able to rightfully assume that one of them is a guy he saw earlier. And it's like, well, wait a minute, there's something off here. You want to kill me? Why don't you just kill that guy? Like, if you're worried that he's going to be a witness and he's going to turn and he's going to tell on someone, why don't you just kill that guy? It made no difference trying to kill me. Like, he has, even at the end, he's able to figure out where Bryan Cranston works at. And he's like, listen, I could be a small and silent partner in this. I mean, if you have a bunch of guys out there selling your stuff, you don't need lawyers because they're going to be picked up again sooner or later. So the way he worms himself into it, like I say, he does have a good, intelligent motif to him. It's a little bit disarming. Like, even when Bryan Cranston says, oh yeah, Aaron Paul, people say, these guys, they killed someone with ATM. And he's like, no, he didn't. I've seen those guys before, and the wife, she killed her husband. But man, people love to take credit for the fun ones, don't they? And Bob Odenkirk, I didn't watch Mr. Show and other stuff back in the day, but I did like him in the film Nobody. I thought that was really good, surprisingly good. And I liked him in other stuff as well, so I thought I did like the way he's incorporated here as a supporting character. Maybe that's the thing. I'm not sure if this character I could see as a lead role. As a supporting character, it worked well. I also like the bit where Hank is still dealing with a bit of his PTSD, more so after seeing a damn head on a turtle. Head on a turtle and people getting blown up. But I did like that Bryan Cranston's able to tell him this bit of a motivational speech. Well, he's kind of explaining what's going on in his life, too. How he spent his life scared. But ever since his diagnosis, he just said, pretty much screw it. Fear's the real enemy. Hit that bastard right in the teeth. And while he's telling Hank this, it's really us, the audience, knowing this is his frame of mind as well. Walt's, Bryan Cranston's frame of mind. That he's tired of being afraid. He really has nothing to lose at this point in terms of he's going to die eventually. He's just trying to get as much money as he can to help his family. But there's a part of him that you tell he's getting a thrill out of doing this. Being so shut down and in a shell that this is exhilarating to him. Like, you tell deep down that's the case for this. And yeah, he's going to be cautious, he's going to be worried, but get the feeling the more this goes on, the more Walt's going to enjoy this. But I did like the motivational speech he gives to Dean Norris's character. And it's, like I say, it's a setup for Saul, for this character that I'm sure is going to be utilized a lot more throughout. So if that's the case, they did a pretty decent job showing again this guy is got a good sense of humor, certain quality to him, and on top of that, he doesn't. He's not as dumb as you think he is, and he could be a good asset to have on your side. Because while they're playing checkers, it seems like this guy could be playing chess. And that's what it is. I think that's why, like, there's not a whole lot that I've hated so far or that I've complained so far about the show, because it's creating these interesting characters, delving deeper and deeper in these situations where they're digging themselves deeper and deeper into this operation, and seeing how their operation slowly is building up, where now they got their dealers, now they don't have a lawyer, now, like, the legend of them is slowly building up more and more and more, as if there's an actual trajectory that the makers of the show and the creators actually have a direction they're going in, and you've seen this slowly unravel. And a good cast with interesting characters that you're curious to see what's going to happen next. Sometimes that could go a long way, and so far I'm enjoying the journey. So that's why I don't really have a whole lot of bad to say so far. I mean, the wife character and Bryan Cranston's son, yeah, kind of just meh on. Could take or leave them. But Aaron Paul, Bryan Cranston, Dean Norris, those guys I'm definitely interested in. And we'll see where it goes. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. Thanks once again to James. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.